Hello everyone. Today's episode is dedicated to internships, and today we have with us Mr. Raghavendra Shetty. Hello Raghav.
Hi.
Yeah. So Raghav is the CEO of Research Design Lab (RDL). It's an in-house company of Sahyadri, and he's got vast experience. And a lot of students come here for internships. So I want to ask Raghav, what they do over here, and also how a student can apply for internship, not only over here but also anywhere where they are staying. So Raghav, would you tell us a little bit about RDL?
Yeah. Uh, Hi everyone, and for RDL is basically we are into total integration company. More about we are in the space of embedded system and IoT domain. When you say that IoT come into the vast domain where machine learning and artificial intelligence and deep learning. There are many other. It's a mixed of many other domains. So we do a lot of activities in this particular area. We do a lot of products development in this particular area, and we supplying to the many of the Indian as well as abroad industries.
Okay, so which are the industries? Which are the major industries?
Yeah,
Can you tell?
we work with Toyota, and we work with Honda and Mahindra, and many other automotive industries.
Okay.
Yeah, including Bell, one of the research concept we are working
Wow.
actually.
So you know what? I just want to check with you, Raghav. Like if a student applies, so I mean, it looks like a lot of high tech work. So are you open to students coming and applying for internships over here at RDL?
Yes. Basically, we look for internship. The students willing to work on a research area. Since our main area is research, we most welcome the students who all are interested in this particular IoT and machine learning or artificial intelligence domain.
Okay.
So basically, we look for the students who has got good knowledge in mathematics as well as logical solving ability and willing to work and take it as a research career. He wants to take it as a research as a career.
All right.
And we wanted the kind of students getting inside for an internship, and we do have a lot of research activities ongoing.
Okay. So one more thing before we get in. So how long, since it's research, so is it for a longer period? Because usually students have
Yes.
a 1 month holiday
Yes.
or 1.5 months. So is it possible for them to actually?
Yeah, and normally this when you say that research work, it won't complete it in 1 month or 2 months. Sometime it may happen within a 6 month or within a 1 month, or sometime it may carry out to the years together.
All right.
So what we do, we break into the modules and we try to give the each modules and try to enhance each in a timely fashion. We try to enhance that.
Okay. All right. So no, I just want to check. So if a student has applied and then the college starts, how can they actually continue?
Yeah. If the students apply so what we again. So initially, that students in the holidays time he can come to the RDL, where RDL will give the special training to map the our focused area, so that the students can we'll give them a special training also.
Yeah.
The students can understand what is the requirement of the RDL ongoing research. Once he understood the requirement, then it is like more of logical and mathematical solving kind of problem statements. He can either work in a organization or he can work from the home also.
Okay. So you will actually guide them and assist them.
Yes. That is also possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shall we go in?
Yeah.
So we are inside RDL. This is one unit of RDL. And Raghav, will you just tell us and the viewers what do you exactly do in RDL, so that students also come to know, and where the students are also a part of the projects?
Yeah. Yes, this is like this particular lab. What you are seeing, it is specifically set up for Li-Fi R&D purpose.
What is Li-Fi?
Yeah,
Will the
it is-
viewers know what is Li-Fi?
Yeah,
Will people know what is Li-Fi?
It's like
Wi-Fi?
maybe like it's a next generation communication technology. We are working on it actually. It's a very high speed communication where terabyte data can be transmitted, where it is not possible over the Wi-Fi or RF communication.
Okay.
That is something called light through. We are transmitting data through the light.
So how is it? Like
The light we are making it on of very high speed, and modulations we are making through the light, so that we can indoor environment we can every device can communicate.
Okay.
So that's the idea behind that. Our main idea is to minimize the RF noise, and we're using the Li-Fi, and we can make the communication for the every devices. Here one more thing, the communication can be secured, like that the communication remains within four walls, which will not go out.
All right.
That's the idea behind that, and we have made that entire lab, like entire facilities in the lab that for R&D purpose. Here, right now we have up to some around 1 to 10 Mbps. We have on a test bed. We have come up with the solutions, and we want to take it for 100 Mbps or 1 Gbps and go on.
Okay.
So that's the idea behind, and here we require kind of technical expertise, like he's supposed to good in mathematics.
So a student who's good in mathematics?
Yes, and he should be good in logical ability, especially he should be very good in logical solving ability, so that we can do lot many things on, we can improve our 1 Mbps to 10 Mbps or 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. That's the idea. Then my next goal is to 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. I wanted to go ahead, and definitely I look for, because there are lot R&D is in one area, like we have to spend lot. Everything if you put from the pocket, it's a bit hard to recovery. It's an again upcoming technology. It's an not existing in some outside country. It is some 2-3 companies are already working, and they have come up with something 100 Mbps, and we have again patent on this particular technology. Yeah.
So in India, I mean, how many people are working in this?
I think 1 or 2 people are working, and we are I think in India started almost 10 years. I've been working on this particular technology.
Okay. And I just want to check with you, Raghav, who will be the end beneficiary of this? I mean,
it is any of the domestic as well as the industry and the space. Everywhere it is beneficial, because it has got the highest speed of communication and no noise. And it has lot of advantage over the existing RF communication technology.
And Raghav, who is this? I mean, this looks interesting. So what is she? I mean, is she a person? She's got a tag also.
Yeah. Basically, like we are working on something on humanoid. This is on our R&D. We started it last year. Her name is Saya. Like we wanted to make it as an us only. It's a complete. It's completely built on AI model, something on mathematical model. We can say that. Right now, the navigation model, which is completely
but before that, you said students have worked on
this. This is something students really.
Doing internship.
Sahyadri students are worked on this, and they have worked on the navigation module and part of machine vision module. Last I think 6 months back, internship students are worked on it, and they have come up to the one level. And now this has to be taken to the next level, where I wanted to produce in next year to the market this particular product, and this can be used for used in hospital and hotel and different industry can serve, and it can take the reception, like when initially the people come, like welcoming or provide maybe as a transport system we can make use of it.
And I think with COVID,
definitely like that is also like now it is now it is half developed. It is yet to go for the next level.
Okay. And so what? So like, is it like you have guided the students, or like is it also?
Yes. Initially, what we made it like we categorized that what are the technologies are required for developing this particular module. So navigation is one module, machine vision is another module, and speech recognition and speech dictation. There is also another module. So we categorize with the different model and object detection, different object and recognition. Like this, we break into the module and made a group of peoples and assign them a task. And before assigning the task, we have given them a small training. Like to make the quick. They can come over it and start the work. So that is we have made it actually.
So Raghav, you were telling that the students who have worked on this, they have got into good jobs.
Yes.
And this actually helped them during their placements.
I heard that soon after this they have a placement, and many of them are mentioned on this particular robot they have worked on. During the interview, the interviewers are asking more questions on this, that how you did and what technology you have used, and obviously like we have made it an open source platform. This is they have put across that GitHub, that whatever they have developed. Our main idea it is like since we are in a I wanted to build this an open source model also, so that people can contribute, and we wanted to make a better humanoid where
so any of the viewers who want to do something or get involved with this, they can actually give the suggestions and all that?
Obviously open source platform, they can use that. These codes are already put across in a GitHub.
Okay.
So they can make use of this code and refine it, and again they can
So
submit.
what should they type to get in touch with this?
We have a link in the video, like
Maybe I can share that.
yeah,
If
you can
if
share
you
that.
give me the link, I
Yeah.
will share it in the description
Yeah.
so that you can actually do something in case
Yeah.
you're interested.
Yes. In that, the navigation module we have covered. We have covered about speech. We have covered about face recognition. We have covered about object detection. And there are many modules which is been worked and put across. It is built on Python actually,
Okay.
and put it on open source platform. Maybe like we wanted to more enhance the efficiency of these modules,
Okay.
and then we wanted to bring it to the real humanoid, and then we have to go on.
Yes, Raghav. Raghav, finally a question, like a message to the viewers who are actually watching this. So in case they are like, they can't come here maybe, because they're not close by. So if they are wanting internship, how should they approach a company? Because you're the CEO, you must be getting a lot of people, but then what are you looking at students when it comes to internships?
Initially I look for the student, the main thing is like students, like yes, I wanted to do something in my life or career. That is the kind of attitude he should have.
Yes.
Then he should be good in mathematics.
Yes.
He
I think
should
you have come
yeah,
from the repeated
especially I'm
n number,
repeating.
yeah.
He should be good in mathematical problem solving, and then he should be logically, should be extraordinary in logical, and then definitely, like if you have these three things, then we will give him the basic training for a week or something to
Do you have any test or something when someone applies for internship?
Normally, like we will take an kind of either face to face or kind
Sort
of
of an
interviews
interview.
directly to understand, like to logic or okay, again the test also obviously it is required to understand that mathematical and logical solving, and we do these things and then we get in.
All right. So thank you so much,
Yeah,
Raghav.
yeah.
And Raghav has also come up, there's another hand sanitizer which is sensor driven and all that.
Yes, that is for this particular season to
Sit-
fighting
yeah.
with the COVID-19.
So I think we'll do another episode on that.
Yeah,
But
sure.
as of now, this is it. And thank you so much,
Yeah,
Raghav.
thank you so much.
And I
Yeah.
hope this was helpful to you. And thank you very much.
Yeah.
Till we meet again.
Thank you.